Yeah, the topi. You mentioned the hat. You've got to earn the right to wear that.
So you bought it and you still waited for that while it's up. Yeah.
Well, definitely. Been privileged to cover over 150 games, I think, in Nepal, but I still don't earn the right. Ooh, a little bird overhead. I think a seagull was hit in the ODIs in England recently and carried off the pitch for some emergency resuscitation by Jacob Bethel. Then looked after by the St John's ambulance and then fluttered away later that evening. A few gulls overhead.
Yeah. I mean, not easy for them, especially with the prevailing weather conditions in the UK. So getting hit with the ball in those high temperatures. Bernard Scholes.
Righto.
Yeah, this will work. This will work for now. He pitches it up. Looks to drive through the covers or straight to JJ Smith for a single. You push it slightly wider from the fielders who potentially can pick up two. Oh, goodness me.
The only thing I'd like to see, I'd love to see that length just drop back by a couple of feet. Just bring the surface into play a little more. It's probably from this length he can dot up all he likes, absolutely. But maybe just drag it back just a fraction, maybe.
Good work by Steenkamp.
That's nicely done, actually. Just tossed up, pushed a little wide to the off stump.
As earlier, Rasmus throwing it back. Immediately apologizes. You mentioned how this area, lots of runs. If you just wait for it, that brings about the half century.
Hard work. One boundary. Just the one boundary.
Of course, the boundary coming in the fourth over. Feels like a long time ago.
Yeah. Schultz's use of the crease there. A couple of deliveries, he's gone so wide. Just bringing that angle back into play, trying to extract from the surface. There he goes, much straighter, doesn't he? It's great use of the crease.
Yeah, end of the over, 19 done. And Nepal gets to that half century. Well, they've carved themselves out. Was pressure. JJ Smith taking 2 wickets early on. And that put a bit of pressure. But it's a good fight between these two. The leadership of the Nepal men's team. Pulled up to Penrith Nairi. As Russell continues.
Still nipping about, isn't it? We're in the 19-point first over, and that ball is still hitting the seam and jagging. Projected score 135. Just demonstrates how well Namibia have bowled. Proper little rivalry developing, isn't it? Between the two sides. 2 apiece last time they played each other in a back-to-back League 2 back in Nepal a little earlier this year.
Oh, goodness me. He drops his hands in a fraction. couple of centimeters away from green.
Kind of a no-look periscope, isn't it? Look, no look. There you go. Just leave that there. Easy as you like. Oh, I'm going to run. Thank you very much. Not exactly intended.
Like got the guys, like got the.
Head shot backwards, didn't it? Have a look and see where that ball might have ended up.
I'll pick up another single. The thing here is, it's just been so unpredictable, Brussels. It's been skiddy, it's been bouncy.
Well, I think that's the height, isn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you're sort of 6'3", the ball just, the pitch, if you like, will always allow you to get that variation of bounce.
Misses out in that pull shot. Just takes his eyes away from the ball for a fraction of a second. Pedro Singh Ari doesn't mind the short one.
No.
I think the unpredictability of Jack Brussel is what's making this matchup between Dipendra Singh Ari and Jack Brussel an interesting one.
Yeah.
So good with the push of Dipendra Singh Ari. But sometimes you're caught up in two minds. He's still moving it both ways, Brussel. This time, a whole lot more intentional from Dipendra.
Still extravagant bounce. That is barely back of the leg. And that is leapt. Hence why they've got a man in under the lid on the leg side.
Yeah, 20 down, 53 for 3. Oh, dances have started. The support is here. It's almost going to be full out soon.
Oh, it's a terrific crowd.
I wonder what the song is or what they're listening to.
We know the one, don't we? What? Da 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 da.
Okay. Is it Padali?
Yeah, it's that one. Here is continued. Does drop the ball a little shorter there, but still pretty difficult to get away there. I've got it in my head. The company's already almost every package that you'll see.
I think it's Casey Sushant, if I'm right.
Yes, that's it.
I've got it on my playlist.
Next break. The next break.
Yeah, just a slight show of aggression here.
Yeah. They don't want to get too stuck. Long way to go. Just under 30 overs here. Just gets stuck on the crease, really, doesn't he? It's neither forward nor back. Trying to throw the hands at it through the offside. Dipendra Singh Ari. Again, can't break the infield. Look at these figures. None for 8 off 3.4.
It's just so good, Bernard Scholes. And he takes, just increases that dot ball percentage. You can see how he works the angles in the crease. It's not too much 10 from him, really.
It's the level of jeopardy and the risks you might consider taking here. Again, that's nicely bowled.
Well, 21 done. And score hasn't moved. 53 for 3. Talking of music early on, I mean, I think there was quite some nice beats. You were there at Tribhuvan University when Nepal had that historic, Nepal women had that historic victory over Zimbabwe.
A full member.
I think it was, from my memory, if it serves me right, I think it was Puja Mahato.
Yeah, had the winning runs.
52 not out in that game. Brasa to continue.
Yeah, it was a terrific occasion. Oh, does get the pull away. Good stop, though. Must have thought that might have been runs.
Yeah, where did it hit him? You're not there for that one.
It was a wonderful occasion, that win against Zimbabwe. A couple of other tight defeats. The Power a little unlucky. Amazing qualifying event. Probably one for the over wide, in fact. One for the over, I think. Who's a ground dimension. Usually. Oh, lucky. Yeah, wild clipped well. Yeah.
Not eaten. Is that Lofty Eaton where he is? Well, let's still bring the.
To wide and wood onto the total, and Nepal's best of the game. Runs coming from it. Almost. Couple of balls to go.
That's still too much. Now, immediately when we're talking about that position, moved out Lofty to puts back first slip.
Gets. I think about trying to get as well. Not quite. Fraction.
गाइस माथिबाट नि यस्तै क्वालिटी आरहेछ
First into double figure runs. Still with one.
220. Anything change? Takes over 200 of this in its history. 63, 22 gone. So nice to see so many people in the ground, isn't it, Dixon?
I think the fans, supporters, and people that are just generally here to watch, they know what it means for these teams. The game has grown so much positive for the associate nations the last couple of years. He wants to go hard at it, right?
Well, they've equipped themselves. Think of Namibia's performance. When was that? The 2021 T20 World Cup. 3 wins in that.
Actually, it's Dipendra Singh Aire on the other end.
Down the track. First use of feet, really, from Dipendra Singh Aire. That's what bowled. Just a fraction wider. A little bit of grip as well. Think of Nepal so nearly getting over the line against England in the last World Cup. Should have beaten South Africa in the previous World Cup, 2020 World Cup. The Netherlands have been consistent performers across both the 50 and the 20 over game. Oh, tight, has it got him? No. Well, that must have been close. Direct hit. Always interesting.
Good piece of fielding, if you ask me. You mentioned how these two are quick between the wickets, but this was good to really and settle them. Yes, he was in by a mile.
I tell you what, most ordinary humans would have been run out there, but Rohit Paudel is literally like something off a shovel. He is quick as you like. Such a natural athlete.
Oh, incredible work as well from Ian Freiling.
Yeah.
It just gets you thinking about the next quick single you want to take, right?
Tidy over again. Just a single off it. Look at that. None for 9 off his 5 so far. It's been quite brilliant. 64 for 3. 23 gone, 27 to go. But yeah, the associates in the last, World Cups, both the T20, 2 T20 World Cups, of course, that enormous result from the USA, beating Pakistan, going through to the next phase of the competition. The Dutch in the last 50 over World Cup, beating South Africa in dramatic circumstances.
And you can see how his intent was playing it down. He's not looking to get it aerial. Because there is a man out there. And of course, the last wicket was from a pull shot. And they love it.
Yeah, that pull shot pulled it so hard in front of square. Just tennis ball like bounce. Look at this again. Boy, almost like just tapping it on the head. Extraordinary shot, really. Lovely conditions now. A little bit of sun above. Nice temperature. Now we'll bowl. Better length from Trumpelman. So much harder when the ball's in that final third.
It's a good bit of movement here from Trumpelman. A lot of movement with regards to the fielders. So you've got JJ Smith on fine leg, got deep backward square, full skank, and you also now have deep square.
Gets it away. Around the corner, JJ Smith will do the work just in front of us here in the commentary box. Single to finish. 5 runs from the over, 69 for 3, 24 gone now.
Yeah, projected score 145. Yeah. A partnership between these two definitely be crucial. 18 off 35. Skipper.
Hasn't been any enormous grip so far that we've witnessed here, really. Inside edge there. I think it's actually almost it's the lack of bounce that becomes the real threat for the spinners like that.
Yeah, you really have to apply yourself. And that obviously involves playing it as late as possible. Can't rush yourself. Gets bonus scores. I think Roy Perdal does that very well. Control of his game.
They can't get above 200. But Namibia requiring a ground record chase to get over the line here. On my way now, though. It's well played. Really well played, isn't it? You can just, off what would be Schultz's probably best delivery bowl, if you can get a single away. Haven't been many. Does get the sweep away this time. This might be the 4th boundary of the innings, and it is. Oh, nice batting from Dipendra Singh, Ari.
Well timed, well placed. Really good bat speed here from Dipendra Singh to close off the over. And he knew where the dip square was. And he just tucked it around. Yeah, so 25 done. 75 for 3. Oh, he just moved across. It's quite intentional about beating that deep square.
Yeah, it's the contact, isn't it? Outside the off stump. Getting outside the line. Trumpelman again. Into his 7th. Wonder if this is just a couple of overspell. Might leave one more back or 3 back for later, possibly. Been unlucky not to get a wicket so far. Nicely driven. A bit of a misfield.
Yeah, quick recovery from Brussels, though. Yeah, the reason why you find him in that position now is because Erasmus has sort of packed the onside. Yeah, so the short put delivery will keep coming.
Yeah. They peppered that length. All the quicks. All the way through the game so far. Cleverly played. Just getting across on the angle. It was Powdle. Just feels as if they're just starting to rotate the strike a little bit more fluently. Run rate's just picked up a fraction, only a fraction, mind.
A really good one to leave. So boundary riders, third fine leg, deep back of square leg. Quite open on the offside.
Just picked up the rate across the last 5 overs. 25 scored in that period. 3 boundaries, of course, coming in the last 4 overs.
Yeah, 26.78 for 3. I think the ploy from Trumpelman and the plan not to get it full end on the offside. So 4 bowlers used so far. And look at that economy. Impressive from JJ Smith as well as Bernard Scholes. 7 overs, picked up 2 wickets, JJ.
This game is really going to boil down to discipline of the 2 attacks, I reckon. Namibia have been absolutely superb with ball in hand.
And with discipline, what it also translates to is patience.
Yes. Combination of the 2, certainly. Almost impossible to score from that area.
Yeah, earlier I saw some signs of aggression here from Royd. But ever since he couldn't get it right, sort of like put those plans in the back pocket.
Yeah. So much time still, isn't it? 23.2 overs remain so far.
You're quite right. These two were accomplished batters. So if they spend time up until the second rings, they can look to be a bit more aggressive in the last remaining 14, 15 overs.
Must be a temptation to try and go up and over extra cover. They do use their feet, as Dipendra Singh Hari attempted there. Another tidy over. Look at that. None for 16 off 7. By Schultz, absolutely fantastic from him. 79 for 3 after 27. Projected score. It's nudged up a touch to 145. Keep going at 5 and over as they are currently. And you're going to be around about the 200 mark. Very much a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, interesting for a second.
Well, they both threatened to try and take it on, haven't they? Very difficult, because even though you've got an age to see it off the bounce, which is very tennis ball-like, such a difficult shot to control, and you've got 2 men back here just in front of us if you don't control it. Already seen a good catch down there. Nicely driven by Powdell. There'll certainly be a brace.
It just offers it up, really, Trumpelman. What it does, it brings back the confidence to try and score through the offside.
Figures no great pace in the surface either, so you're not getting huge value for your shots. You've got to rely on a little more than hands and touch. That's well played, well navigated. Getting inside the line of just helping it, it's on its way.
Yeah, it goes back to the point we were mentioning earlier about discipline and patience. So not really looking to chase it and go aerial and give it the full might. He knows the short boy is coming. So he plays it late, he plays it intentionally down and picks up a single. You know, if one would lack discipline and patience, he'd be looking to, try and get it over the rope.
A big swing.
And 2 minds really could see that front foot moving twice. You want to stand and deliver.
Such a tempting area, isn't it? You lay any kind of bat on that and it's going to race away probably backward a square. A few risks as well. Trumpelman just aborting here. Toss is going to be a big feature, you'd suggest, over the net. Can't see anybody batting first from what we've seen so far today. two sides have ever won here, batting first in the history of the grounds. And that's been driven nicely. Get back for two. Really good running. Well, they are lightning quick, these two.
Yeah, 28 down, 84 for 3.
Yeah, another 5, which is where they've been for the last 6 overs now.
Just look at those figures of Burnett Scholes. 7 overs, 16 runs. Economy 2.29. Still wicketless. However, it's important to note that he's got a fifer.
Yeah.
His first ODI fifer against Nepal, 5 for 22. That's back in 2022. So you can sort of like understand the cautious approach to playing him.
Well, in a 50-over game, you can sit on somebody, can't you, to some extent? Much harder, of course, in a 20-over shootout. Oh, dear. Now, what happened there?
He doesn't put too many down, Erasmus. That was a good effort.
Wow. This is definitely a chance. Right, Powell drawn into the shot and fairly regulation really in there. Ooh.
You call that regulation?
Very, very high standards. Dixon, very high standards.
It's a good thing you took it back.
Sorry, that's not regulation at all. That's really hard. It's a terrific effort, isn't it? Look at this. Jeez.
Oof. I think it did so well to just to get their hand to it.
Yeah.
Back with you live.
It's one of those, isn't it, where you want to cramp the scoring, so you have your short mid-wicket. But of course, if you're back in a conventional mid-wicket, that's literally come to you almost like in the breadbasket. But he's done so well at restricting the runs in that position.
I think the intention really is, if you're going to go across the line and you want to go on that sweep shot, you need to go area, you need to go over.
Yeah.
But then if this fields it, you also run the risk of finding you can't.
Change of bowling. Trumpelman out of the attack. Lofty Eaton coming into the attack. Playing in his 52nd ODI today. Made his debut back against the UAE back in 2019. Not a hugely experienced member of this Namibian side. Both these sides have got a good core of players that have been around for a while in the ODI setup.
Yeah, it's good to have him back in the fold, Lofty Eaton. competition is. Will he bring some fortunes between now and the next strings?
Held a world record as well, Lofty Eaton, for a while. Not actually, quite briefly, the fastest T20I 100. Well, it's going to be tight, will it? No, it doesn't gather. Coming off 33 balls, that was beaten by Sahil Chauhan of Estonia, who we saw last week, actually, didn't we, Dixon? Playing out in the qualifiers. Got a good record with the ball as well.
He's also played some cricket in Nepal, the NPL.
Yeah.
Almost scaring through.
Yeah, it's great, actually.
Like
You see a lot
garam,
of
guys,
good
like garam,
associate
please.
players, especially from
अब
those
यसको
sides involved in
मोबाइलबाट
League 2
स्क्रिन सेयर
in the
गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ
NPL.
क्वालिटी नराम्रो आइहाल्छ पर्सिको गेममा चाहिँ सकभर म राम्रो गर्ने
And his
प्रयास
runs.
गर्नेछु ल
It's into the gap as well. Just be a couple, though, to Dipendra Singh Ari.
पर्सिको गेममा चाहिँ म राम्रो क्वालिटी ल्याउने प्रयास गर्नेछु
That's the 50 partnership as well. 52 from 87 balls.
अब मोबाइलबाट
It's
लाइभ
coming good
गरेपछि
time under the circumstances.
आई प्रमिस कि पर्सि म राम्रो लाइभ ल्याउने छु
Not quite there to drive. Good running. Oh, trouble. No. Again, it's very, very quick. Goes immediately. Very good running as well.
I've mentioned a lot of times how these two are incredibly quick. It was actually much closer than we thought. Green just dislodging the balls. Fraction too late.
यदि तपाईहरु वास्तवमै लाइभ हेर्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने आईसीसी टिभीमा लाइभ दिइराको छ सो त्यहाँबाट लाइभ हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ क्रोममा गएर icc.tv सर्च गरेर त्यहाँबाट अब गुगलबाट लगइन गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ नत्र त्यसको आईसीसी वेबसाइट आएको छ प्ले स्टोरमा त्यहाँबाट लाइभ हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ
Got him. Dipendra Singh caught bang on the crease. Just done by the length in the end. And well, more trouble here for Nepal. Schultz gets his first.
Yeah, what a way to start his ninth over. Bernard Scholes. Again, good work of the angles. And in two minds, trying to rock back and really backward drive past him. Well, this time around, he gets done for. Oh, success here for Scholes. And a lot of relief to this partnership that was starting to form and to solidify. Dipendra Singh Ari goes 30 from 51.
Yeah, nice bit of bowling. Nice bit of bowling. Just got trapped on the crease, which is where you cannot afford to be. Arif Sheikh. Oh, it's good, isn't it? I think it's the one that goes on with the arm as well. It's a beautiful bit of bowling. Certainly not the length to try and attack on the back foot on this kind of surface, which is sluggish, and haven't seen a great deal of bounce either, certainly from that length. Felt like a matter of time as well before he might get involved in the wickets here. Schultz, he's been very, very good indeed. Oh, placed a little earlier. Oh, could have gone absolutely anywhere. Oh, shout for LBW. That's got to be close. It is. Stuck in front. 2 in the over for Schultz. More trouble for Nepal.
It's a good piece of bowling from Scholes. But slightly concerning is how Zane Green is down. So wicket a dot. And another wicket here. We were talking about earlier how they've got some wind in the sails here, the Namibians. Well, definitely a whole lot more wind with these 2 wickets. This time jumping a touch closer. They're looking to play it. It straightens out. Finger. No hesitation. So Sheikh goes without opening the account, without troubling the scorers. Yeah, 5 wickets now for Namibia, 93 for 5. Previous over, I mentioned how he's got a 5 for his first ODI 5 for against Nepal, 5 for 22 back in 2022. Well, maybe a glimpse of those memories might be coming back now, as he's found back-to-back success here. Jar comes on in replacement for Sheikh. Gulshan Kumar Jar. Play with a lot of caution.
Looks harder now, doesn't it? It was hard before this over. It's certainly harder now. 5 down, Nepal.
Well, it's an incredible over here. An incredible. Look at that. Bernard Scholes. That's the first wicket. Dipendra Singh Iyer. Second one. Sheikh looking for it. Playing all around it. 2 for 20. Still got one more. 93 for 5.
Just bowled so well. I think it would have been a major hats off if Nepal had have got through his spell without conceding a wicket. But as it was, he felt if he got one, he might well get another quickly. That was very much the case. I think they've all bowled pretty well. Brassel, funny enough, coming into the attack is the most expensive, but that's still not saying a great deal, is it? He's only going at 4s. Relentless pressure always all the way through the course of the 31 overs so far.
A bit of miscommunication here. Makes it home. Something that needs to be addressed and addressed immediately. Cannot afford doing any of that, especially after losing almost 3 back-to-back wickets. Skipper Royd almost in the middle. Gulshan Kumarja still camping on the non-striker's end. Yeah, a bit nippy. Still a bit nippy here from Brussels. A 25 for 2 after the power play. And now, 70 runs in the middle overs.
Projected score is back to 150. 175, and they're thereabouts. How they find a ton from here, though.
I think still. The question here is all about discipline and patience. Especially in this period, just before drinks. Can't afford to lose any more wickets. If you get to drinks, you still have 5 wickets in hand. You can maybe try and be a bit more aggressive with a set batter. Because if you get to drinks and you're just over 100, maybe 110, 120. Scratching around for another 60, 70 runs after that should still be possible. 32 down, 95 for 5. A really good over from Brussels. Only 2 runs coming off of it. So he still has 3 more. The question now is, will Erasmus bring himself back up anytime soon? Bernard scores. He'll be bowling his final over.
Yeah, he's just been the suffocator, hasn't he? He hasn't allowed Nepal to go anywhere. 2 for 22 from Smith up at the top of the order. Jack Russell chipping in with the other one.
Goodness me. A fun edge. And they pick up a couple. What Scott has done is, and what he does well is just increase in the dot put percentage. I mean, it's all the way up to 70%. Only 4 boundaries have been scored in this innings.
That turned, didn't it? That gripped and turned.
Hence I mentioned fine edge.
Yeah.
This doesn't really turn. It's just a bite.
Is that down? His suggestion, hands on head, that might be a little chance.
Bit of a change now. Swap here between Erasmus and Freiling. Finds the gap. Gulshan Kumar. hours of cricket for a 20-year-old. Yeah, that's trouble.
That's two that have gone this over, and they've gone more than anything else we've seen, really. They've just dragged his length back just by a few millimetres, maybe a foot, maybe.
I think decision making is key. And you need to be able to make that decision and stand with it. Because once you're caught up in two minds with a bowler like Varner Scholes, so you find yourself in trouble. Gulshan Kumar. Well, that's the over. That's the end to a really good spell here by Varner Scholes. 33 done, 99 for 5. And all he can do is smile. Look at those figures. 10 overs, 2 maidens, 22 runs, and all important 2 wickets in three balls.
Yeah, it's priceless, isn't it? Both those coming in the 9th over. He's been extremely hard to navigate. Nepal were just starting to build, weren't they? Before those 2 wickets, that partnership, of course. Dipendra Singh Hari and Rohit Pandal was going so nicely, but those back-to-back wickets has just changed that complexion once again.
Yeah, it was a 53-run partnership. Oh, big celebrations. The finger goes up. And they're finally finding some success with that short ball. Jack Brassel. Oh, Paldo here. He's done so well in the beginning to try and navigate that short ball. But this time around, maybe, and just maybe, we're falling for that. That pull shot not really coming off and finding the gloves of Zane Green.
Well, Rohit Pandal finally falling to the short ball. It's been a good effort, but he'll be bitterly disappointed to fall in this fashion. Having a look at this one. Banged in again, takes the invitation, little bottom edge. Up it goes. Rohit Pandal know he's gone. And well, the players and the umpires taking an opportunity to have a break now. And we'll be back after the drinks interval.
Oh shit. के भयो
That'll be a wide here from Brussels.
Yeah, they lost the first by 55 runs, but then recorded their first ever ODI win in the second game of that series. Paris Kagka bowling the final over produced a run out in the last ball of the match. The Netherlands needed 2 to win, and Nepal got home. Historic moment on Dutch soil all those years ago. A number of players, of course, who played in that game are very much in the squad this time round.
Yeah, 100 up here for Nepal. Compliments that white delivery to just get them to the 100 mark. Oh, goodness me. That's shot, that's sharp. That's exciting to watch from the youngster. 34 done. 100 for 6. So if you get Erasmus now, do you go for the Jaguar? You've got 4 wickets that you need to potentially put pressure on and take.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brussels bowled nicely, actually. He's taken a couple of wickets with a short ball. But the temptation to get Smith and Trumpelman back in now must be great. I'd be interested to know, if we, with the pitch map, what the game situation would be if Namibia had attacked the stumps a fraction more than they had. I know they've got wickets with the short ball, but would it have been a situation where Nepal might have prospered a little more? Or would they might have been in further trouble? It's certainly a tactic that's worked. You certainly can't criticise them for that. 100%. It's difficult to see what they can achieve off the next 16 overs, and it is Trumpelman who's back in the attack. I think this is an excellent move.
Yeah, look, I think they've found some success in the tactic that they've deployed from the start. And if you, obviously, with the technology that we have and the resources that we have now and what we've seen with our own eyes, I think the short ball has just been effective. It's been so difficult to score off the short ball.
Yeah.
It's 75 meters the other way. It's a thick outfield. There's a lot of intent from the batters to pull it down, and
yeah,
the only other batter to try and go up with a pull shot
got caught in that incredible catch between JJ Smith and Full Skank.
Yeah, what a catch. I mean, what you will find when JJ Smith gets reintroduced, and he'll certainly have another bowl in the next few overs, is he will attack the stumps again. The tail coming into play now. Gulshan Jar can bat though. So can Sompul Kami. Both very capable of holding an end, that's for sure. Almost just under 800 runs for Gulshan Jar.
Yeah, so there's no doubt about the capabilities of these two batters.
There's that catch again.
Look at JJ Smith.
That's brilliant.
I mean, that ball was hit so well, it was traveling. So being able to go over your shoulder is a much better angle. Catch it, realize that Full Skank is running in, and mid-air, throw it back on. And this is how you win matches. Just those little extra efforts, those little extra moments of magic.
Well, it's just a piece of out cricket of the highest class. I cannot emphasise how good that catch was. We kind of witnessed it glimpsing out of the tent, didn't we, in real time? It was absolutely outstanding. Moments like that just shift the direction of travel of the game.
The stump around is a wide. Gulshan Kumar. I didn't hesitate to go on that ball shot. And I think this is the right attitude from him. It was just a little wayward, but he was in a really good position. I've mentioned how there's no doubt about his capabilities. That's another wide.
Careless down the leg side. Both these two players have a top score of 67 in ODIs. Handy, the late middle order. These are tough conditions to score. It's been a real battle all the way through. Namibia have been so disciplined. They've had an impressive plan which they stuck to. The lowest completed innings on this ground, that was Netherlands against Ireland back in 2021.
Oh, he's picked it on up. That'll be a maximum. Gulshan Kumar says thank you very much. And not intimidated by that short ball delivery from Ruben Trumpelman. Well, there's a bit of a fight back here from Nepal. This is good to see.
Well, that is a way to pick up the short ball. On the angle. Down the leg side. That is a proper shot. Make no mistake about that. And it's got the distance as well. A terrific bit of cricket. Need a bit of counter-attacking here to Nepal.
You want the fight back. 35 down, 108 for 6. You want some moments where you can pick up a couple of runs, a couple of more boundaries.
Yeah, something else to lift the spirits of the crowd. All down at the river end. Terrific facilities here. And this wonderful club established back in 1902.
On top edge. Great effort yet again from JJ Smith. This one pops from back of a length. Relentless with a short ball approach. Finds the gap. Potentially these two here. They'll settle for a single. What I've liked about Nepal throughout this innings, yes, even though the highest scoring partnership is 53 runs, the next best was Ishan Pandey and Asif Sheikh for 20 runs. They haven't put themselves in a shell. Even though runs haven't come easy, they've just looked solid throughout.
It's looked very hard, hasn't it? All the way through the game, the ball has turned. So you've seen from the two spinners. And nipped about, and the bounce has been hard to deal with. I mean, that is a rare half volley on leg stump. We haven't seen many of them, have we? Being prepared to hold their line, Namibia.
Yeah. 13-run partnership forming now. 36 done, 112 for 6. I think these two are doing very well in terms of navigating the area they're in and in terms of the game awareness. Kami and Ja. I'll battle it out up until 41st over.
Even later, maybe. Even later. Because there is the potential for this to be, 130 all out and 42, isn't there? We've seen those first inning scores here. I think the last 4 have been under 170. You've just got to bat as deep as you can and use the last 5 overs maybe. Lofty Eaton is back into the attack.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about this move.
Yeah, Trumpelman brought back to get the wicket, and he's still got one up his sleeve. I would have been tempted to use it here, I think. Try and do the damage now.
It's been the most expensive of the bowlers so far, Lofty Eaton. And what's surprising to me is why Rasmus hasn't bowled.
Just so difficult to get the ball away, isn't it? When there's pace off, you've got to find all the momentum. Tight ring on either side.
This is where you want to maybe start deploying. Great use of feet. Also can't afford Lofty Eaton to settle. Just cannot get it away. The quicker one. Well, this will be a maiden. It's just done so well to bring it back. Lofty Eaton mentioned how slightly the least economical of all the bowlers so far. Immediately proves me wrong. So 37 gone, 112 for 6. Brussel to finish off.
He's had a good day at the office, hasn't he? 2 for 32. Pretty happy with this, Namibia. 150 will be the next target. And these two have got to try and be there for that.
Runs here. And it's quite some work to get to it. Trumpelman.
Sloppy. A backward point, really.
I see you putting your jacket back on, your gilet back on.
Well, the conditions have just dropped a fraction. Waiting the next ridge of high pressure. Just around the corner, I'm sure.
Oh, wide. A little too short. We can see how Kami has been camping on his back foot.
Yeah.
Because you know the short boy is coming. Maybe I've been very clear about that.
There's just been subtle variations of length, haven't there, with the short ball or the back of the length ball from all these seamers.
Pops up. It'll only be a single. Not real control of that shot. It hasn't been easy at all. Jaw, 9 off 26. Kami, 6 of 13. And just to put things in perspective, of the 9 runs, he had 1 maximum. He had that 1-6.
Yeah.
So 3 other runs came from 23 deliveries. Outside edge.
More people coming. Fine afternoon here in Utrecht. It's up in the air. Is this an opportunity? Full shot of Smith. In 2 minds. Oh, goodness me. A mix-up in the middle. It's all happening here at the Kampong Cricket Club in this ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2. So short ball picked up nicely, but just not enough to get to the ropes. It's keen to come back for a second one. But Gulshan Kumarja yet again camping. Not keen to turn back. Playing it safe. Being slightly more responsible. So 38 down, 118 for 6. Namibia having won the toss. It is a toss to win, we mentioned it. Win the toss here. Want to ball first.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Definitely bowl first. I can't imagine anybody will do anything different through the course of the 6 games we have here. It will be a cat and mouse affair throughout, Dixon. Runs will be a huge premium. The tactics have been very, very good so far.
So he had a maiden in his previous over, Lofty Eaton. Question now is, will Kami take him on? Still cautious. Cautious approach. Good work. Slightly shorter, a bit more room to maneuver and pick up a single. That's all they need to do. Rotate the strike, keep wickets in end, all the way to over 42, 43. And get a bit more aggressive from then onwards. Makes it safe. So 3 from the over. 39 done. 1-2-1 for 6.
Yeah, what can they find off the remaining 11 overs? 50 would be handy. 175 maybe. Definitely be in the game. Figure so far. JJ Smith 2 for 16 has been very, very good indeed. Off his 7, he'll have 3 to come. Trumpelman, of course, has been pretty tidy off his 9. Brassel 2 and Bernal Schultz 2. Off to Ethan. Now, who's getting this? Let's have a look. Looks like Trumpelman's going to get his final over. Wicketless so far. He's bowled much better than that. Very tidy.
Yeah, he has that economy of 3.66. Let's go for 33. So he'll take his final over now as we approach the 40th over mark. Deep square out. No sweeper. No long on, no long off. Off Eaton is catching on the leg side.
Yeah, a few gaps on the offside, and that's what he's looking for, isn't he, Cammy?
Just rehearsing going up and over the top off that length outside off stump.
Oh, just does not carry to lofty Eaton. But that's the outcome they're looking for. Yeah, there's been one under the helmet, hasn't there? Almost all the way through this innings. Just perhaps a little. Where does that bounce? It's a fairly deep. Yeah, he's got a lot closer. No, he's back again. The modern position with modern bats and pads tends to be where he is now, but if he was going to catch that. You almost need to be middle of the next cut strip. That carries a degree of danger when the plan A has been the short ball.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, that'll be a bit irresponsible. Yeah, a bit silly if you ask me.
Yeah. It would be brave anyway, that's for sure. The ball does travel in that area, even where he is now. He's crept a little bit closer, hasn't he?
On a welcome boundary for Nepal. Well, Kami, this time around, decides to go aerial.
This is nice. He's played a couple, hasn't he? He's got the 6 away, now gets the 4 away. Goes up and over. Degree of risk, of course, 2 down there. But dissects them. Well, he couldn't have placed that better if he tried. Probably keep on going as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Trumpelman on a hunt here.
Felt a fraction optimistic, that one.
Really trying. Desperate for a wicket here. Just make his figures a bit more shiny. Well, that's it. That's his spell. That's the 40th over. Trumpelman finished 10, going for 37.
You feel he's actually done the hard work for everybody else in this attack because he's made life extremely uncomfortable for the majority of the top and now the middle order. Bowls a nasty length, big, tall and strong. Gets a high degree of bounce off this surface. Be 3.70. I think on a different day could have ended up with 2 or 3 really.
$125 for 6. So it's the final 10. The Lofty Eaton will continue.
Yeah, the leg spinner. He's bowled pretty nicely again, that economy. Just a fraction on the 3s. Ooh, squeezed away. Be a brace. Get back for a couple, gets it into the gap nicely. What sort of intent will Nepal show in this final 10 overs play? Sampul Kami's practicing a rather couple of extravagant shots up at the non-strikers end.
You have to.
Got to find another 50-60 here, haven't they?
I think
180 feels competitive.
I think anything north of 170.
Yeah. Doesn't really get the length, but gets it away nonetheless. Caution. Jai. A very good effort from these two.
A mandatory power play now.
Just misses out on the timing. Been very difficult to get that kind of short of a length ball away on the offside. Nicely guided. Be at least a couple, you feel. Yes, there will. Not a bad little over this is developing into. 5 from it so far.
So quick coming, isn't he? Look at the way he sets off. Immediately, almost halfway. And turns back again, almost halfway, while Gushan Jha still making his way to the other end.
A good over. 5 from it. Gushan Jha spent a fair bit of time at the Arnoida Academy while he's lived in Ranchi. Born in Zahi. Plays for one of the government departments back in Nepal and the Nepal Police Club. And of course was out there in that rather famous defeat against South Africa in the 24 World Cup. A game that I listened to while walking around the Taj Mahal, would you believe it? 14 off 31 to him so far. Got to find another 40, 45, 50 if they can off the remaining 9 overs. JJ Smith has bowled beautifully. 2 for 16 so far off his 7. Left arm, and that's nicely played.
Yeah, question is, I wonder if Erasmus is probably going to introduce another bowler. Because yes, Lofty Eaton still has 6 more overs to bowl. JJ another 3.
He's going to go stump to stump, isn't he? JJ Smith. Left arm over. I say that. And he goes a fraction shorter than that. It's been such a hard length to hit, hasn't it? It just bounces from there. Look at that. What did he do that. Almost periscope, potentially. Might be the way forward. In the air. Will it be taken? It will. Comfortable grab. And it's Cammy who goes this time. Yeah, AJ Smith gets his third.
Good grab here from the debutant. His second catch. Of course, earlier, that relay catch between him and JJ Smith, and this time around, a comfortable catch. Kami, 15 off 30. Effective short ball delivery. That aerial pull hasn't really worked. It's the furthest part of the ground is 75 meters. And to try and attack it, you think 75 meters is maybe on the easier end to clear, but it just held on in the air a whole lot more this afternoon. It's 131 for 7. He's having a fine day with the ball, JJ Smith.
Yeah, he is indeed. He's been absolutely superb. Well, here we go. Well, he's been a hero a few times over the years, hasn't he? Karen Casey. Striding out. Very capable, of course, of finding the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, in an ODI, 65 not out, batting 7th. So he's a capable batter. Of course, part of the team and crew from that 2018 ODI debut. So he's an experienced cricketer as he gets off the mark immediately. This will be 70th ODI. And that 65 not out I mentioned is his highest score.
He played again. It gets a bit harder here, doesn't it, for Nepal? Every time they've looked to kind of really hit out, they've lost wickets in every phase. Especially the way in which they played the short ball has been a real problem. And I'd imagine that they're going to see a fair bit more of that over the next 3 and a bit games. End of the over, 132 for 7, 42 gone, 8 to go.
Yeah, wicket in that over and only 2 runs coming off of it. So Erasmus continues with Lofty Eaton.
Yeah, Karen Casey also played in that inaugural ODI here back then against the Netherlands. And, well, let's have a look at that card. Nothing really to speak of it. Little partnership between Rohit Paudel and Dipendra Singh Ari. Over 50, but that's been just about that. A few scrappy double-figure scores, but it's been hard work. Make no mistake about that so far. Won't be easy, though. Nepal very much still in this game. Can they find another 40-50?
I don't think it will be easy to find 40 or 50 runs from now on. But even if you get 30 and just look for opportunities to run well, you can't afford for Namibia to continue and finish off this match with 70-71% dot ball percentage.
Yeah.
And so you need to try and reduce that. So look to score in each and every delivery.
Probably feel he might have missed out there. Listen, Jar. Following the pattern of the previous 3 ODIs here. 163, 161, 157 are the 3 previous first inning scores. It's the wrong one there from Lofty Eaton.
There's some slight changes. Clear. Put on to 45 for that last delivery. 43 done, 134 for 7. So you were talking of looking to find 40, 50 runs. To be a difficult ask, especially if you look at how this game is rolled on. Even the much more established batters of Nepal, they found it hard and more difficult to come on and get onto the scoring. You gotta love it being at the cricket field. So there's cricket going on in the main field and there's cricket going on off the field.
Next gen, isn't it? Practicing away there in the holidays. Oh, in the air. Does he get it safe? Just about. Down the ground as well. Will it be a boundary? Oh, breaks the shackles a fraction there from Gulshan Jar.
Yeah, it's his 3rd boundary now. Gulshan Kumar Jar.
Gulshan Kumar Jar.
He's fearless. If he makes up his mind, he goes for it. Set off with a maximum. Then another pull shot for 4. And this time around, up and over.
Follows it up well. I guess the thing to make the point of here is that I just don't think the surface has changed. It's not one of those that dries out and suddenly becomes a little easier in the afternoon. It's going to play in exactly the same fashion.
I don't think much will change throughout the day, really. There hasn't been too much sun out. The temperature difference has been 2-3 degrees. And with that amount of grass cover that we saw earlier on when I did the toss, it's not a surface that will crack.
Yeah.
So the freshness will hold for quite some time.
Lamishani's turnover is going to have a huge bearing on whether Nepal can defend what they're compiling here.
Catch it.
Now this might be out. In the air, yes, good grab down the ground. Comfortable grab as well by the skipper, who makes absolutely no mistake. One more trouble. Gulshan Jar goes this time.
Yeah, maybe slightly just 1 8 too many. But what else has he got to do? You need the runs in the mandatory power play. Erasmus makes no mistake. Yeah, so it's the 8th one to 4 now. Gulshan Kumar Jar
I think a wall play 20 off 38. Some fight. Jar back in the dugout.
And Yadav is billeted at number 10. From Burgunj in Nepal. Playing in his 4th ODI today. Will have a big role to play with the ball a little later on. And well, look at this, JJ Smith, 4 for 24. He's been absolutely superb, hasn't he? He's been a threat at every point with the ball. Ball beautifully up at the top of the innings. Got a fabulous chance of taking 5 as well here. 140 for 8, and there's still quite a bit of time to go here. .2 overs remaining. Yeah, and that extravagant bounce. And he's getting 1 for the over, and that's sort of short of the length, really, and it's just ballooned, isn't it, past Yadav. If anything, there's an argument to say as the ball's got softer, it's bounced more.
Yeah, has been bowling really, really well. Has been Namibia's key bowler this afternoon. 4 for 24. He's still got 1 more over.
Yeah, he's got best figures of 5 for 26. That's potentially under threat if he can nip another one. But what a brilliant spell so far. Good cricketer, JJ Smith, that's for sure. Handy with bat and ball. He's at number 14, and to be honest, the achievement now for Nepal is just about somehow about the 50. Take whatever they can from here. Probably bite your hand for 15, 20. Oh, brilliant. That has stopped at least a couple. They will get back for 2, will they? That's excellent work from the skipper. The dive prevented a couple more. Terrific standards set.
Yeah, he's busy. He's a busy character in the field. Sets a high standard for himself. After Eaton. Keeps the pressure on.
Well, has been struck straight and high and long and all the way. What a strike from Karen KC.
Yep, pure timing from Karen KC. Impeccable bat speed. Just reached out to it.
These are valuable runs. It's another couple at the very least. Been a good over so far, 10 coming from it.
Yeah, 150 up for Nepal. Much to the delight of the fans. Those runs haven't come easy. It's been a real battle out there.
Can they just navigate the remaining 5.1 here? More runs. Oh, yes, another 4. Well, what striking this is by Karen KC. Terrific batting from him. Second boundary in the over. 14 coming from it.
Just flat batted that one. I mentioned how he's got good hands. It's the line, but almost similar with the straight hit is how quickly his hands get to the ball. So good. And this is why he's got an ODI 50. So Smith won't continue. It's a skipper the ball in hand to ball over number 46. Karen Casey quickly speeds on to 17 from 13. It's only him and Kushal Patel really, the strike rate, the 3 digits. Kushal Patel, strike rate of 100, and Karen Casey now 130.
Skipper finally introducing himself at the back end here. JJ Smith has one more. Should probably be used up at the other end.
The one that goes the other way.
Yeah, clever. Three wickets so far in his career for the skipper. One of the best associate players on the circuit. Of course, served on the ICC board. Strong history in the game, and yeah, played for Kathmandu Gorkhas in the Nepal Premier League at the Namibian skipper. So knows a lot of these players very well. Exceptional over and over. Fabulous from him. 1-5-4 for 8, 46 gone.
What a way to bring yourself up into the attack and open up with a maiden. 3 players, Ruben Trumpelman, Erasmus, Dr. Eaton. NPL was an option. Was it just last week?
I think it's been pretty recently, yes. Okay, see what strike. What can he do against JJ Smith? Got just uses the angles available. In 26 here. 80 is what I feel about it, isn't it? 175, 180 would definitely be in the game. I think if they can reduce a little bit here, like 2 or 3 in the first power play, it's a good value for the position they found themselves in that over again. Can he finish with its best ever ODI figures? 24 so far. Played to that stump. I think he's very comfortably in that. Cameo, Karen KC has been still might be cramp. Whatever happens, Karen Casey is gone. Smith does record his best ever ODI figures, or equals them, on 5 for 26.
Brilliant here from JJ Smith. Yeah, it's all smiles, hugs and love. Best figures. Karen Casey looking to just work it on their own side. It'll be his third fifer in ODI cricket for JJ Smith. He has 5 for 44. That's just Somali. And his other fifer, it was 5 for 26 back in Windhoek in 2021. And today, history for JJ Smith, a 30-year-old Tikabau. He's bowled really, really well.
Jack Brassel with the catch, just going through. I thought originally it might have been looked like a hammy, was it? Well, it might be, you know. It might be because he's trundling off, and well, you just hope it's not, because they're boring, aren't they? Hamstring injury. Two old bowlers sat side by side know all about those, don't we, Dixon? That's for sure.
And the funny thing about the hammy is, just when you think you're recovering.
Oh, don't.
When you think it's not that bad, and get this.
Yeah.
Hemis, shin splints.
Oh, all the hits, aren't they? Still.
So 5 for 26, JJ Smith halfway through his final over here.
Can he record an outright best? He's been absolutely superb, and well, Lamishani in at number 11, man of huge experience. Broke 2 ODI records, quickest to 100, quickest to 150, second quickest to 50, I think. More about that in the second innings, but he's got a job to do in the bat here, as Yadav and Lamishani have somehow got to get through the next 3.2. Oh, this might be it, will it? It's in the air. This will be the best, will it? Yes, it will. Career best for Smith. Yadav goes. Well, what a performance from JJ Smith.
Incredible from JJ Smith. His 6th wicket. History made. It's just been outstanding with the ball. Came on. A lot of intent, a lot of control. Well, look at that. Barely 9.4 overs. Oh, maiden. 6th wicket. Also, second time. Really good take from Malankria.
Well, that will be that, as far as the Nepal innings are concerned.
Sandeep Lamishani will remain not out, and that is a job very, very well done by Namibia. Won the toss earlier on today, and have dismantled Nepal inside the 50 overs. And, well, Stuart Law just watching on there, and there's the card. Yeah, top score of 31 by Rohit Padel, 30 from Dipendra Singh, RE. A few contributions down the order. Nice little effort from Kulshan Jar, 20 off 38 and 18 off 15 by Karen Casey, but never enough. 157, but it's right up there with the last 4 scores we've had at this ground. And it will have to be, well, we'll wait and see.
On Namibia, they'll be happy with their performance of the ball. And seen history made. JJ Smith, 6 wickets for 27 runs. And that impressive economy, 2.75. Also impressive, as Banner Scholes picking up those 2 wickets in 3 deliveries. So they've managed to break that partnership. They were starting to settle when it met at the most, 53-run partnership between Dipendra Singh Irie and the skipper Rohit Kumar Paldell. Great disciplines, only 15 extras. 25 runs for 2 in the power play, 100 runs in the middle overs, and of course 32 runs and 3 wickets in the final over. So runs didn't come easy. But Namibia maintaining a 69% dot ball ratio. It is the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 variety here at Kampong Cricket Club in Utrecht. Namibia will need 158 from their allotted overs. They're 3.16 to the over. So with that, we'll take an innings break. When we come back, we'll bring you more of this action from the Netherlands.